Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I did channel some information for you, so I'll get to that in just a moment. But first, I want to thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, for helping me to grow my channel. This is my soul's calling. And so every time you share, you like, you comment, you help me to grow my channel, which allows me to reach more people, which is what I feel very called to do, is to present this information out there. So thank you so much for helping me on my journey. If you are a subscriber, I encourage you to hit the notification bell and then select the all. So you supposedly will be notified whenever I go live or I upload a video. I understand that is not necessarily true, that during this fun Mercury retrograde, I did a live video the other night, and several people have told me that they never got notified I was live. So, you know, however that goes. So they can watch it later on the replay. So I channeled information for you. And yours was different. There were a lot, they were just, all of them were so different this time in a lot of ways. But yours was what I saw, well, actually I heard, first I heard, safeguard the truth, safeguard the truth. And I said, well, what truth? And I heard your truth. And then I saw a Seven of Wands card, you know, the Rider-Waite one, where the guy is standing on the hill with his wand and he's protecting himself, right? And people are trying, it's like King of the Hill, where they're trying to knock him off the hill, right? And then the next thing I saw was I was trying to peer into the darkness, and I saw a bunch of little small lights approaching. And I was like, what are those? And then I realized they were torches. And I said, are those the lights of truth coming, or is that a mob? Like, because we had the Seven of Wands card, and I was like, I don't know what that means. And then I heard Saint Michael, and he said, does it matter? Sometimes truth is revealed in a difficult way, but I am here. I have you. You are protected. So I don't know if it's the light of truth or a mob coming to get you. Get us, get me. All right, so anyway, that was the message. So let's just see what happens here. That was kind of freaky. We have such an interesting week. We've got this, the sun is in Scorpio, Mercury is in retrograde in Scorpio, and it's this energy of diving deep and peeling back the layers and releasing things that don't work for us and soul searching. There's so much of that going on, right? And so then we have the moon is now in Taurus when we start out this week, and that is in your 5th house of fun and romance and creativity. And the creativity is really the key component, I believe, this time, because that full moon that happens in Taurus is in the Beaver full moon, which is the creative full moon. It's the womb. So when I was meditating on the energy of the full moon, what I saw was this big long beaver dam and across the stream, and it backed it up into a big lake, and there was a big beaver mound. I don't know what they call it. Snug sticks in my head. I know that's not right. But the way in, it's all these sticks and mud, and it's super thick, and it's thicker if it's going to be a cold winter or not. So they're always prepared, right? But you have to, if you're a beaver, you have to dive down deep into the cold, icy water, and water represents your emotions. And if it's deep and cold, that means that you're really deep emotions. Just shallow waters would be warmer, right? So this is the deep diving to come up into this space where it's warm and it's dry and you're protected, and it's like a womb of creativity. The opportunity to create in this safe and warm environment, but you have to dive deep through your emotions to get to that space. It's the seed of creativity. And so full moons are about the endings and letting go of things so that you can progress forward. And on Monday, though, it's the 1111 gateway. And so it's a portal. It's a next step. And there's been a series of them. Boom, boom, boom. It's been a very, very active, energetically active couple of years, but this year in particular, and we're building up to that new moon eclipse in Capricorn in your sign on January 11th, followed immediately on the 12th by Pluto and Saturn in conjunction, and then Saturn will move past because Pluto takes 84 years to get around, do a complete cycle. Saturn takes 30 years. And so it takes about 35 years because he's got to catch up. And so 35 years ago, what was going on in your life? If you were alive then. Because the cycle that was happening then, it's now completing. It happened in Libra, which was about relationships and balance, and that's where it was at. And now it's in this Capricorn energy of overcoming obstacles and choosing your path and getting your footing and creating space and moving forward. Because as Saturn starts moving away now in this new space between the transformation and Saturn, there's opportunity to grow and to change and make choices. So much power. And so that's what we have going on. That's just Monday and Tuesday this week, right? So lots of things happening. So the portal, the 1111 portal, what I saw when I meditated on that was I saw like these stone pillars forming a doorway with, it was nice and straight across, and it was, and you walk in and you get about 3 feet in, and there's this concrete wall, and you have to make a sharp left, and left would be the receptive energy, down a tunnel, and I couldn't see anything. So it's a blind corner. You don't know where you're going. You don't know yet. The work's not done. The deep diving's not done. The figuring out what you want to create part's not done. So when you step through this portal, it's more like you're still waiting. You're still looking for information. You're still seeking. You're still creating. And what do you want to create? And this energy of this full moon in Taurus is about, it's practical. It's this taking your ideas and your dreams and bringing them down into reality and having a plan and making it work. But it's also the energy of holding on tightly to your resources, which is not a good idea. It's not unless your hands are open to the abundance of the universe can you actually receive. And so there's a balance to be found. But you have the power to create with this full moon. And you're protected. Stand in your truth. Don't let other people decide for you anything. So let's get the overall energy for this week. I decided this week was just too big to use the regular tarot cards that I usually use, and so I'm going to use the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms to get our overall energy for Capricorn for this week. And let's just see what we have here. Okay. You have the High Lady of Love and Compassion, Reverence, Kindness, and Consideration. This is really important because right now in this creative energy, what you think about, you bring about. So what you reflect out into the world will be reflected back to you. We'll actually cover that in a moment. So, okay. So being kind and compassionate to others so you can draw that kind of energy in, because we also have the Desert Prince. And the Desert Prince is about looking for the beauty in the stark, in the cold and unforgiving environment of the desert. There's beauty and there's life and there's stuff to be found, but you got to look for the beauty, you got to look for the joy. And if this is how you're feeling about your life, like it's cold and it's dark, then the love and the compassion that you pour on yourself, looking for the joy and the beauty, will help attract more of that energy into your life. We have, this one has shown up. So far these, oh no, this one hasn't. This one's new, but the other one has shown up for another sign, and now we have the Chess Queen. Also showed up recently for Scorpio. Strategizing. Strategy is involved. Careful placing of your step and through this creative process of where it is that you're going. How are you going to get there? And the Lady of Lightning. Woo, surprises. Sometimes shock. Total paradigm shift. Stand in the light of your truth. They might be coming with torches as a mob. If people are coming at you, stand in your integrity and on the moral high ground, but speak kindly and with compassion and caring, and understand that everybody's just doing the best they can. And don't be judgmental and critical of others. That will reflect back to you. You don't want to do that. So information, a bolt out of the blue. Do you ever see Sweet Home Alabama? Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite movies. And the lightning would hit the sand. It would hit, they put these lightning rods in the sand, and it would melt the sand, and it would create these beautiful not crystal, but glass artwork that they would sell. It was a small part of it, but just now when I saw that, that's what I saw in my head, was that out of that bolt of lightning and into the desert sand, right, something beautiful could be created. So look for the beauty, look for the joy, allow it to happen for you. Okay, these are kind of stuck. Hold on. It just flew across the room. But no worries, I'm going to get it. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, so we have the Heart of the Sky. I will read this. I'm going to read all of the ones out of this particular book. It's really short, but it's about creativity. We have the Dean Cross and Soul Retrieval. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what we have here. So this is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I love this. We're going to go ahead and go through, and we'll do these in numerical order. So this is the 2. The Dean Cross is the 2. The Dean Cross represents the cosmology of the shaman. It depicts the 4 cardinal directions, the upper and the lower worlds, and the steps to reach these realms. The hole in the center is the gateway to the interdimensional travel. The proverbial eye of the needle we can all go through to experience higher states of awareness and wisdom and to break free of linear time. It's the portal. It's the portal. The portal is open. Step through. 24. The Heart of the Sky. 2 plus 4 is 6. It's a soulmate number. The Heart of the Sky is the love force that made all creation possible. This is the force that is present when you create with originality, when you bring formlessness to form or inspired ideas to expression. This primal force does not know good or bad. It is up to us to provide the clear intention that will guide it to manifest. Stand in your truth. Take the high road. Pour love and compassion on it. Whatever you're trying to create it for the highest and the best good of all. It will have so much potential for reward for you. The Heart of the Sky helps us to call in the beauty from the invisible world and to birth it into the world of matter. And then 49, Soul Retrieval. I feel like it's time to really listen to the calling of your soul. Soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover the part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we will use soul retrieval to recover from our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we can learn to journey to recover our original nature, then the self that never left the Garden of Eden, who still speaks to the rivers, to the trees, and to God. We all return to Eden. We are whole again. And when you hear Eden, the Garden of Eden, not the one in the Bible, but the divine source of love that is the creator of all. When we return to the divine source, when we return to that unconditional state of love, that state of unconditional love, we are connected. We are always connected to source, but it is when we return to the state of unconditional love, which is the Garden of Eden, metaphorically speaking, then we become whole. The original sin was that somebody told us that we weren't worthy of love unless we earned our way. That's a lie. You're a divine source of God. You are a spark of divine creation. You co-create your life with spirit. Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. That is the truth. That is the truth you stand in. And then whatever other truth you have. Oh, yes. My favorite card showing up here. It is the full moon in Taurus. It is my favorite card because this is about creation. This is about the strategy. This is about taking your ideas and making them practical. Making a plan that works. You have a win-win outcome is forecast, and confidence is the key to success. Capricorn, go get it. Stand in your truth. Stand in your idea. Retrieve those parts of your soul. Don't let someone else tell you who and what you are. You are the divine spark of God. Do what brings the joy to your soul. Create. It is a time of creation. And then that moon is going to move into Gemini on Wednesday morning at 3:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is very public. Like, it feels it's public, it's reputation. And so this is the part where that self-reflection really matters. What you are projecting out into the world is going to be reflected back to you. So project the positivity. Project the unconditional love. Project the forgiveness of others and yourself. Project the good stuff so that you can attract in and create. And create the abundance that you so richly deserve. What brings you pleasure? The joy. Finding the joy in the now moment. Projecting out that energy and allowing more now moments to come in that create more joy and raise your vibrational energy level through joy, which attracts higher vibrational opportunities to you. The universe is the limit. Don't let them tell you it's the sky. You are a powerful light worker. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings blessings in loving service to source. When you seek the joy in the now moment, you are bringing the light into this third dimensional planet and raising its vibration. That's what it means to be a light worker. That we all have the potential really to do this work. Some of us will teach it, but everybody can do it. When you choose to bring in, when we chose to incarnate at this time, it's because we knew that this planet needed a multitude of light workers to raise the vibrational energy. You do that by finding the joy, by finding the pleasure in life, by listening to your soul. Where is your soul speaking? We came here to solve all this karmic crap from eons and releasing it and letting it go, stepping through the portal so that on the other side of this, we can start really doing the work, the joyful work of raising the level of vibration and healing this planet. We have vacuumed away your fears. Don't let the bastard get you. Okay. Don't let other people's negativity and doubt creep in. Ask St. Michael and Archangel Raphael to cut the cords of negative energy and to heal you and keep you whole and safe and protected on this leg of the journey. This is the part where you create. And so being protected and guided at this time, make sure you're asking for help. They can't help unless you ask them. Invite them in. And I feel like that bolt of lightning could be an inspiration that comes out of nowhere, and you're like, that's it. Excuse me. That's my calling. That's what I need to do. And then the moon is going to move into Cancer on Friday morning at 11:15 a.m. And this is about the birthing, the nurturing, the mothering, the caring for this idea that you are creating. This is finding the balance, and that balance is the practicality, right? Your dream needs a practical plan, and the beauty, finding the joy in the now moment, looking around all the time and saying, what's really good? What's beautiful? Surround yourself with joy. Wear it like armor. Because you are resilient. When you release and you cut off the things that don't work, the things that don't grow, the things that are not serving you, new growth happens. This is an opportunity to birth a new idea, to nurture it, to care for it. It's going to be needed to be tended. It's going to take hard work. So find the joy in the work. When the work is something that gets you out of bed and excited in the morning, there's joy in that. And then it's not a job. It's a calling. Self-love. Love yourself. Don't let anybody tell you. Commit to this. The moon in Cancer, this nurturing energy, this is nurture yourself, love yourself, believe in yourself, trust in yourself, in your higher self. Don't listen to the nasty words that are in your head that came in from people who didn't know better. Everybody does the best they can. So don't hang on to resentment for that. But be willing to love yourself unconditionally. Forgive others unconditionally. Forgiveness does not mean that you expose yourself to that negative energy. You can forgive someone and move past them, move on. No one's asking you to hang around and be abused. But forgive them. They're fulfilling the contract you guys made. When we lived in our past lives and we created all this karma, right? Well, we come through the veil of amnesia when we're born and we can't remember that. But the point that we are right now, as we're raising the vibration, we need to get rid of this karma. But how can we deal with it? How can we do the healing? How can we do the releasing if we don't remember it? And so the way that we chose to remember it in this really difficult incarnation was all kinds of soulmates came in to teach us all kinds of really hard lessons so that we could go, oh yeah, no, I don't want to do that anymore. And we could ask to cut the cords to get rid of those contracts. St. Michael, Metatron, ask them for the help. This is what we're here to do. And there's so much freedom on the other side. There's so much lightness when you start cutting the cords and you're not being weighed down. And that passageway is really kind of narrow. That's a sharp turn. So you can't really drag all the baggage in a way. So start shedding as much as you can of the baggage. Nurture yourself, love yourself, care for yourself. Try to eat healthy. Try to be physically active. And try to stay hydrated and chemical free. And focus on your soul's purpose and finding the joy in the now moment. And so I have here a postcard from Spirit. We're going to go ahead and read that. Maybe we're late. Dearest you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you, and we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. Don't hang on so tightly with those closed fists, right? Don't be so self-protecting. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part, and now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were being pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan. And when you signed up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember, though, Spirit's timetables and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to the other areas of your life, and before you know it, the miracle will have taken place. We love you so much. Vacuum away your fears. Have confidence. It's the key to your success, and a win-win outcome is forecasted. if there is something that you've been praying for, some kind of a big thing you've been really, and you've done the hard work there, you've done the unconditional love, you have done the forgiveness, and you're moving forward, like whatever this is. Now allow space for spirit to work. And you focus on this practical plan to follow your soul's calling. You got things to do. You taking care of yourself, self-love. Do the things that you need to do. That thing that you can't do anything else about right now, let it rest. It's kind of like when you, oh gosh, really? Seriously? Okay. It's kind of like when you make a pot roast. Okay, so you put all the ingredients and you rubbed and you did it, and then you put it in the oven with the potatoes and the carrots, and then you basted it and you just kept it moist and juicy, and then when you're done cooking it, you pull it out of the oven and you put a tent of tin foil over it. We call that the resting, because it's still cooking, but it's now allowing the meat to absorb all the juices from that you've been putting on it, and it brings it in and makes it succulent and amazing. It's a necessary step, the resting step, where you allow all the things that you've done to finish without your attention. Like you walk away. Like if you keep lifting up the tent and looking in, is it done yet? Now you're letting all the steam out and you're ruining the process. So let it rest. Let it go. Move on. Do something you can do. Focus on what you can do. Because Spirit's working on what you can't do. It's kind of nice. All right? All right. So you guys take care. You have a great week. I will see you back here soon. This looks very positive and very opportunistic. So go get it done. Not the part that's supposed to rest, but this other thing, this creative project. All right? You take care. We'll talk soon.